Welcome to Marth and the Machines, today with more Lady Z action. My last opponent demanded a rematch for the standoff, if you remember, and I readily accepted, certain of victory. The end, however, was not quite as either of us had anticipated. We played 25 points, exactly the size and casters as last time, Alexandra Zerkova vs Orsus Sogdavir, and the scenario rolled was Killing Fields. Enjoy! Here's the rundown of the Butcher force. The Butcher of Kardov with the Juggernaut and the Berserker. No units, a Man-O-War Dracoon and a Man-O-War Kovnik with a Marshaled Kodiak. One of those lists I really dislike to face with mine, but I should have all the tools necessary, for I brought Lady Z and Alexander. Minimum assault commandos with 2 flamethrowers, minimum battle mechanics, Grey Lorturnian, Great Biz of Gallowswood and Shunon the Mage Hunter. I thought that the battle mechanics would do more good than a Koldun Lord here. Round 1. The Butcher wins the roll and goes first. Everything ran except for himself, as he had to put Fury on the Juggernaut and Ironflesh on himself. I go more slowly. The only things that run are the Spriggan, the battle mechanics and the Great Bears. The assault commandos advance and shield wall, the Greylots advance and blizzard stuff, even though that is completely unnecessary. And Zerkova casts Watcher and a Twister at the Dracoon, which deviates. Shunon waits in the forest. His advance deploy was a bluff. Round 2 and the control points go live. The Dracoon runs to seize Warden, the Kodiak to seize another, and the others come a-running at me. The Kovnik slogs through the mud. The Manhunter runs so that he engages all of my bears, threatening me with fearsome Weapon Master free strikes. And he gains 2 control points as per the scenario. My turn and time for action. Okay then. Zerkova loads the Spriggan with focus after upkeeping Watcher. The assault commandos begin, and the carbine fire nickel and dime some boxes off the Berserker. The Flamers, however, shoot at their own comrades. Why? Because the Manhunter is this way caught under the 8-inch spray. The second Flamer actually does hit, and he leaves the Manhunter a deep brown, crisp and taken out. The Great Bears then charge the Kodiak, but fail to wreck it because I roll crap on the charge damage rolls. I then surprise my opponent by launching the Spriggan at the Berserker, wrecking it good. The Grey Lorturnian ice cages the Juggernaut. Shunon moves, puts a death bolt into the Kovnik, and the battle mechanics move also. Zerkova moves up and feeds. Round 3. The Butcher upkeeps both spells and loads focus onto the Juggernaut. The Kovnik drives the Kodiak, who takes out 2 of the 3 bears. The Dracoon moves down from the point and onto the hill. If it fired its shield cannon at something, it missed. The Juggernaut then advances onto Zerkova, but not straight, but in a way that it took some more elaborate Watcher movement on my part, so that the Spriggan could bulldoze him away from Lady Z so he did no longer engage her. Doing so caused the Juggernaut to be pushed onto the control point. The model though stands where it does because it was very wobbly before. The big tokens make suboptimal control point markers. With the rest of his movement, the Spriggan left the Juggernaut's melee range, eating a free strike before stabbing it with a boosted lance attack. He gains another 2 points. My turn, and I know I have to take him down now. I load Alexander with focus. Battle mechanics fix some damage on him. Yarovich further damages the Kodiak. Zerkova then activates, casting a cheaper freezing grip, boosting to hit, and she hits. The Greylots attempt to ice cage the Butcher, but only one of them hits. This will have to do. Shunon aims, fires a disruptor bolt, stripping off the focus. Then Alexander charges. The charge attack lands and takes the Butcher down to 10 HP. However, the other 2 attacks miss, sadly. Round 4. He moves the Dracoon back onto the control point and forfeits movement and action with all other models. He scores 3 scenario points, and the Butcher wins! In hindsight. Lost by scenario. How sloppy of me. Actually, a number of factors constitute to this defeat. First, the Great Bear is rolling really bad on their charges, failing to kill the Kodiak who was hogging a point. Second, my unwariness that bulldoze shoved the Juggernaut right back onto the spot. Third, completely ignoring the left hand spot. And fourth, not having taken Shunon as Iris experienced. If I had, he would have stripped away Iron Flesh, which, in conjunction with the one Ice Cage, would have been easy enough for this brigand to hit twice more and take the Butcher out. Though I'm happy that my plan of taking out the Manhunter with the Flamers worked just as it should. On another revision of my list, keep the battle mechanics in the Khodun Lord's place. The Khodun Lord saves Ladies out of focus, but when using a brigand offensively, he is merely another spray. Also, Iris experienced. The Prime Iris is more for interfering ahead of your force, but doesn't support the assassination like her epic version. And since that is actually Zerkova's main winning condition, it's plain to see. For the next issues we have further battle reports ready, so stay tuned and farewell.